Tonight on News 46, a meeting at the Senior Center gets men talking about a serious disease.
The Castaways Car Club, they're holding a blood drive.
And Sing for a Cure with Relay for Life. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 at 5 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, April 5th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. Topping our news this evening, the Office of the Nevada Attorney General is alerting consumers regarding an email leak associated with the large corporation customer list. Recently, Epsilon, a marketing firm hired by many large corporations to maintain permission-based email marketing list, had a breach in security resulting in disclosure of a number of consumers' names and email addresses. According to Epsilon, no other personal information was leaked. Watch tomorrow night's newscast to find out more. And I know that I did receive an email from Chase Bank saying that this had happened because they're the marketing firm for Chase.
I've gotten a few as well from Target, as well as a couple other like Tiger Direct or CompUSA. If you shop with them, they also use the shopping list. So yeah,
pretty big breach.
A lot of people really, I mean, luckily nothing sensitive was lost, but your email is subject to wonderful spam now, so congratulations. Folks, a meeting at the Pahrump Senior Center with the US2 Prostate Cancer Support Group and 2 doctors from the Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada gave way to men opening up about this serious disease. Jim Gregory tells us about the meeting.
It's an international prostate cancer support group who has subsidiaries around the world, all over the United States, and I don't know, 6, 7 countries overseas.
We're here at the Senior Center today. What are we going to be talking about?
I have 2 doctors that are just down the road. Dr. Vogelzang, who is my doctor, who presented here in December, and we had a real nice presentation, a real nice turnout and everything, and he's bringing Dr. Curtis, who is a radiation specialist, who's going to give a presentation today on radiation treatment.
And I know that we're opening a cancer center here in Pahrump where they're going to have chemotherapy and radiation treatments. We're going to tie into that?
Yeah, I'll go by and see them, but I suspect that's just a chemo lab where people get their treatment.
And tell me a little bit about prostate cancer.
It kills about 27,000 people a year in this country. There's about roughly 200,000 diagnosed, I believe. It sneaks up on you. Most people don't have any indications they have it, other than it's the typical old age, your body is being run down type of thing.
How can people get involved in the S2 group?
We meet once a month on the 4th Thursday of the month at the community library, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we really need to pick up a crowd because our numbers are dwindling.
And Dr. Vogelzang tells us more about how men are affected and how to protect yourself.
So today we have probably about 30 or so guys, most of whom are diagnosed with prostate cancer, some of whom are curious about prostate cancer. They might have it, their brother had it, their father died of it, and they're wondering about whether they should be tested for it, things like that.
Patients taking charge of their own medical care and being active in their medical care, how does doctors view that?
Oh, I think it's a great thing. I've been supporting it for a long time. The biggest problem is there's always a fine line between what the doctors know and what the patients know. Sometimes there's a big gap, and sometimes it's actually in favor of the patient. Sometimes the patients know more than the doctors do about their own disease. So it's particularly challenging to find a doctor who will help the patient learn, but also remains able to direct the therapy.
And some doctors aren't so vocal as far as what's going on and what they're doing and everything. They just kind of take over the care. How is it when a doctor gives the patient all this information?
Well, the knowledge is power, but too much knowledge is difficult for the patient to absorb. So what you have to do is it's like a school. The patient comes in and you see the patient and you spend some time each visit educating the patient and saying, like today, we just heard somebody asked, well, what is PSA? Well, PSA is a blood test. It stands for prostate specific antigen. And, oh, how's it made, doctor? Well, it's made by both the prostate cancer cells and the prostate. So that if you have a normal man, his PSA will be a certain number, usually less than 4, sometimes less than 3. We would like it to be less than 2. Well, some of these guys have PSA levels that are 10 or 20, some 300. Well, that's a direct result of the prostate cancer being active in their body.
Why is it so controversial?
Well, because the normal prostate makes PSA. And as you age, the PSA gets up as the prostate grows. It's one of the few organs in the body that gets bigger as you get older. All the rest organs get smaller, the prostate gets bigger. And as that happens, the PSA blood goes up. We now know that if you're 60 and your PSA is less than 2, you probably have a very low risk of getting prostate cancer. If you're under 45 and have a PSA under 1, you're probably protected for life.
And tomorrow we will have more with Dr. Vogelzang about prostate cancer. And for the full interview, you can go to KPVM.TV or you can visit our YouTube channel.
Okay, well, the Castaway Car Club is hosting a blood drive at the Pahrump Nugget. Dan O'Donnell spoke to Ken Hargis.
Since the Bob Roode Community Center has been shut down, some of the blood drives that we hold there on Friday and Saturday nights have been delegated to just Saturday. Luckily, the Pahrump Nugget has stepped up and allowed the Castaways Car Club to have their blood drive in their expo room. We're going to speak to Ken Hargis.
It's April 9th from 8 to 3 at the ballroom number 2 in the Pahrump Nugget. And we hope to get as good a turnout as always, but we've moved it from where it's normally at, so we hope so anyway. They're giving away 2 free tickets to the Country Superstars tribute at the Nugget for everyone that gives blood. So come and see us.
Is there a phone number to call for information? Do you need to make reservations?
You can go online and make reservations, or you can call, good Lord, you'd hit me with that, 638-7400. That's 702-638-7400.
How's the Castaways doing right now?
We're doing okay. We're a new club and moving along best we can. And like everybody else, we ain't got no money, so we do what we can do.
And tell once again all the information on the blood drive.
It's at the Pahrump Nugget, ballroom number 2, 8 to 3, Saturday, April 9th.
All right, folks, so coming up, if you like to sing, you might want to try singing for a cause.
Okay, I like to sing.
You should sing for a cause.
Okay, I do that. A special educational session about Alzheimer's.
All this and more coming up right after this break. Please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Welcome back to News 46. Whether you can sing or not, they want you to sing for a cure. Kathy Leach is holding a Sing for a Cure karaoke contest this weekend to benefit the Pahrump Relay for Life.
Yes, we are called the Pitching Hope Team. We're pitching hope in the fight against cancer. We are a relay team. What we're doing is we're having 3 runoff challenges in karaoke at the Tumbleweed Tavern, and we're taking all the funds that we get from that and we're donating it to the relay. Our next challenge is going to be April 7th at the Tumbleweed Tavern from 7 to 10, but get there early because it's first come, first serve with sign-ups. We also have a audience choice. So if you come down there with your friend and they enter and you want them to win audience choice, we're selling coupons for $1. You write their name on it, and whoever raised the most money that day wins that day's challenge, gets a prize, and we'll move on to the next challenge. The finalists will all be at the Relay for Life in a final challenge for being the grand champion.
And I know that you're dressed in costume because you're here with the Prump Gunfighters, but do people have to pre-register for this karaoke contest, or they just come early that day?
They just come early that day. Everybody's welcome. The only requirement is you do have to be 21 because it is in a tavern.
And for more information, who can they call?
They can call me. I'm Kathy Leach at 751-5323. I have an answering machine. I will return your call, but any information, just give me a call.
And where's the Tumbleweed Tavern located?
Okay, they're on Bella Vista and Leslie, Horizon Markets. And by the way, we want to thank the Horizon Markets for sponsoring us and allowing us to do these challenges there. And of course, we want to thank Channel 46 and Deanna O'Donnell for helping us get the word out.
Tomorrow morning, Alzheimer's patients, caregivers, friends, and family are invited for a community outreach day on education session called Understanding Memory Loss. We spoke to Ann Blankenship.
Alzheimer's Association is putting on a seminar here tomorrow, Wednesday, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be an hour's worth of questions, answers, and PowerPoint presentation put on by the Alzheimer's Association themselves. We'd invite everybody that wants to know anything about this down to the center. Be here around between 9:30 and 10. They'll probably have a good crowd. We always have on our other seminars that we've done for this. And it is Community Outreach Day is what they're calling it. Partnering with you, and they're going to be doing a seminar on understanding memory loss, which is very, very important in this day and age with the seniors of our community. We have such a large population. We really would like anybody that has any questions or any concerns to come on down and help to learn a little bit more about the Alzheimer's disease.
And this is for not only patients, but caregivers, family members, friends?
Absolutely, yes. Caregivers, friends, anybody that has any questions or has any concerns about one of their loved ones, please come down. They can answer a ton of questions and let you know exactly what the signs are, what some of the cures or some of the things that we can do to help these folks that have this memory loss.
Wonderful. And another event is one that this man's been kind of going around town a little bit, Dr. Michael Rice. He's also stopping by the Senior Center.
He is. He's doing a presentation here on Thursday evening from 7 to 9:30 p.m. It will be at the Senior Center. This is a holistic medicine type of thing. It's some type of a seminar that's going to give you self-help tools, helping you with how stress affects your body, all kinds of medical information but do holistic terms.
And this is free to the public. Both of these are actually free to the public.
They certainly are. Both of them are free to the public. We'd like to have anybody that has any concerns come down, check it out. They're both very, very good seminars. Tomorrow is the Alzheimer's. That is during the day. That is at 10 a.m. in the morning. And they will be here until 1 to answer questions. But the actual seminar is going to be from 10 to 11. Okay. And then Thursday evening from 7 to 9:30 is Dr. Rice.
Item number 20B on the Board of County Commissioners' agenda, a call for action, the discussion, deliberation, and possible decision to approve a commercial water and sewer expanded service agreement with Utilities, Inc. of Central Nevada for the purpose of the Nye County Jail Facility project in the amount of $247,760.69.
Don't use, I mean, they're putting a set amount down here they want us to pay. But if our jail is not full, we're not using that much water, do we get credits back?
The answer to that would be no. It is based on the number of available inmates that we could potentially house.
This whole $250,000, it just seems excessive.
Boy, I think I'd like to get in the sewer and water business.
Me and you both.
Rick, is this negotiable?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. No, they have. It's been before the PUC, and the PUC approves the formula.
So that's what I want to get on the record, is that this is not negotiable. This has already been before the Public Utilities Commission. They have approved Utilities Inc. assigning this rate based on a formula.
That's correct.
Okay. And that also, because I know I've gotten some emails on this, that what we ought to be doing is putting in a well and septic, but I think the law prohibits that also, because I believe that the statute says that if your structure is within a certain number of feet of a utility, you have to hook into that
400
utility.
feet, you're correct.
Yes, okay. Just wanted to get it on the record.
Yes.
Motion to approve the service agreement and motion to approve the transfer of the water rights.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Eastley, or Commissioner Wickman, to approve the service agreement and also approve the transfer of the water rights. Second by Commissioner Eastley. Further discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, there's just one thing in this expanded service agreement that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, and I'm not sure who I'm asking the question to, so I'll just throw it out there. The agreement specifically says that if UICN determines that customer demand exceeds the volume of the dedicated water rights, that the customer shall provide additional water rights necessary to meet the demand. I just wanted to point that out, that is in this expanded service agreement, and that somebody better be putting a plan in place to, once the jail is open and staffed, what we're going to do if UICN determines that the demand is meeting or is exceeding the volume of the water rights that we dedicated.
Passes 4-1.
So the action passed 4-1 with Gary Hollis voting against. And if you would like to see the Board of County Commissioners meeting in its entirety, you can watch that Thursday on channel 46.4 at 7 p.m.
And now I got a pretty quick question for you, Rhonda. It's going to be pretty easy, though. Did you already pack away your jacket?
Do I need an easy question?
It's an easy question.
Am I that blonde?
Not at all. Did you pack away your jacket, your winter coat?
You know, I considered packing it
Yeah.
because it's been really warm.
It has.
So, but I noticed even today it was a little chillier, so I'm not sure.
It was a wise choice. We've got freezing temperatures overnight coming up not very long from now. Don't go anywhere. We got your 7-day forecast right after this break.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back to News 46. I'm Rick Vale with your weather. We had a partly cloudy day today. Kind of warm, 82 degrees, not terrible, but starting to get there. South-southwest wind of about 6 miles per hour, but we saw gusts upwards of 19 miles per hour. Now our pressure dropped a little bit on the barometer, 29.83. Sunrise was at 6:25 a.m. and our record low was 92 degrees back in 1960. Looking at tonight, it's going to be cloudy out there, a low of 57 degrees. Now the winds are coming out of the southwest at about 9 miles per hour. We're expecting gusts upwards of 17 miles per hour. Now sunset will be at 7:09 p.m. and our record low 27 degrees back in 1970. Moving on to our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, 20% chance of rain expected. We got windy gusts up to 28 miles per hour. We got a high of 77 and a low of 49. Thursday, no rain really expected, maybe a 10% chance. The gusts up to 39 miles per hour, high 75 and a low 32. Now Friday is where the fun starts because that's not a mistake. The graphic shows snow. We got a 30% chance of rain or snow on Friday evening. We got gusts up to 20 miles per hour with a high of 54 and a low of 29. That is below freezing. You know what that means, folks? The 5 P's of Pahrump are in effect. Your pets, your pumps, your plants, your pipes, your pools. You're going to want to watch out for all of them on Friday night because after such a long time of having nice warmer temperatures, a sudden freeze like this can be devastating on all of them. Saturday, 30% chance of rain expected yet again, gusts up to 28 miles per hour. We got a high of 60 and a low of 37. Sunday, finishing off our weekend, partly cloudy skies, gusts up to 31. We got a high 69 coming in and a low of 41. Moving into next week, Monday's looking pretty good for us, 72 degrees. Can't argue with a temperature like that, but we're still seeing that wind, that wonderful spring wind that everybody loves so much. 31 mile per hour gusts expected with an overnight low of 41. Finishing off our 7-day forecast is next Tuesday with partly cloudy skies, gusts up to 33 miles per hour, a high of 78, and an overnight low of 36.
You're not kidding.
I'm serious. 30%
Strange
chance
weather.
of snow. Now, what's interesting about this is that 30% hasn't changed. You know, weather's always dynamic. It's changing, it's moving, it's evolving like an animal. But that 30% has been stagnant the entire time. So I've got a pretty good feeling we're probably going to see some snow Friday night.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, sometimes in April it does snow, and I know this because the blonde was on Highway 160 going over the hill to Vegas, April of '95, and I got in a car accident. That's how I remember that it snowed in April.
Yeah,
So
well,
it happens.
And we might just see it. I don't know. We'll find out. You know, I'll let you know. We got a couple more days before it's set in stone, but looks like it right now.
All right. Well, congratulations to Mitch Reed, our winner of last night's tickets to tonight's premiere of Foo Fighters' film, Back and Forth.
Thank you also to the Academy and Emmy Award-winning director James Mall for speaking with us about it.
And the extended interview will be on our website, KPVM.TV, and KPVM's YouTube channel as well.
And for more information about the film, you can go to Foo Fighters Film on the web.
Sounds good.
And I think that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
From everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then.
Good night.